Big news from the country music world. If you are a fan, and hi, hello, big fan right here, you're going to want to circle this Friday on your calendar. The reason, 2 words, Thomas Rhett.
Look what God gave her, how perfect He made her. She walks in the room, it's like He answered my prayers.
That is Look What God Gave Her from his new album dropping at the end of this week. I had the chance to sit down with Rhett when he was here in Toronto to talk about growing his career and his family, and of course, the new album, Centerpoint Road.
Centerpoint Road takes us back to kind of how you grew up.
Yeah.
This is named after a place in your hometown.
Yeah, this street called Centerpoint Road is where I grew up from about 5 years old till about 21 when I moved out of my parents' house. And Hendersonville is the town I grew up in. The street was Centerpoint Road, and all your first memories are there. First dates, first heartbreaks, first breakups. So many different types of inspiration were drawn from just like my 16, 18, 21-year-old self that I kind of dove back into and tried to write it as a 29-year-old. And I love nostalgia. I love kind of just digging back into my past and, you know, thinking about things that I was happy about when I was 16 or things I stressed out about, like homework and tests. And now, you know, it mattered, but it didn't really matter. And so it was cool to write songs about my past for this record, and Centerpoint Road seemed very fitting to call the album. So.
It's also looking forward to
It is,
with
yeah.
songs like Remember You Young.
Yeah.
My favorite line from the song is, "Hey babies," I can hardly say this without crying too. "Hey babies crawling on the carpet, no you won't be that little for long. One day you'll move away, but you're still gonna stay this innocent after you're gone."
Hey babies, crawling on the carpet. No, you won't be that little for long. One day you'll move away, but you're still gonna stay this innocent after you're gone.
So I'm assuming your girls
Yes.
are inspiration there, but the whole song draws on important people in your life.
Absolutely, yeah. It talks about your best friends that you grew up with. I will always see my wife in college, even when we're 80 and gray. Like, I will still envision her in her youth. I hope she does the same for me. The same with my kids. They're going to grow up. They're going to be in high school. They're going to be in college, but they'll always be those innocent little baby girls in my head. And so that's kind of what the song is about, and definitely one of my favorite songs I've gotten to be a part of.
Look What God Gave Her. You performed on Saturday Night Live.
She walks in the room, it's like He answered my prayers.
And the video, it has your 3 favorite ladies in it.
Yes, it does, yeah. The song, first of all, is really just thanking God for the amazing gifts that He gave to my wife, whether it's beauty inside and out or just being such a spectacular mom, hilarious philanthropist. She's just the best person that I know, and this song really just shows off all of her just amazing qualities as a human being. And when my girls weren't supposed to be in the video, but we were filming a scene and they you know, wiggled out of somebody's arms and just ran onto the set, and we just kept the camera going, and it was really cool when those happy little accidents like happen on set like that.
I love for you that so much success happened at the same time that your family was being created,
Yeah.
and you kind of show that you can do it all. You can have a family, you
Yeah.
can have this incredible career that is skyrocketing, but your journey to becoming a family wasn't easy. You shared your struggles with infertility and struggling to conceive, and then adopting
Yeah.
your oldest daughter.
Yeah.
So what was it like to go back to Uganda after introducing Willa Gray into your home?
It was interesting because the first time the first and only time I'd ever been to Uganda was for the adoption process. And so I think me and Lauren were in Uganda for almost a year, kind of back and forth. Like, I remember one weekend I had a show in Arizona and then a couple shows in Nashville, and then immediately hopped on a plane to go to Uganda for 3 days and then come back, you know, to play shows. And so that was definitely one of the most trying times in our marriage, just like Lauren being in Uganda, me being here, or not here, but in America playing shows. But looking back, I think it's those up and downhill battles that you face that really make you a stronger person in the end. And being back in Uganda after the adoption was complete was a whole different eye-opening experience. I got to go over there and serve by my wife and watch her do what she does so well. And it's a really, really interesting thing that my wife does, and I applaud her for that. So.
We, nightly, in our house as we're kind of winding down, my 2 little guys and I sit at the piano, and we have a big family jam set.
Yeah.
Do you guys jam? Do your girls
do.
like to sing and dance?
Yeah, so I'll break out the guitar and play. I get to play for about 30 seconds before Ada and Willa just start hitting the strings, and you're just like, all right, well, this is done. But I have to sing You Are My Sunshine to Ada about 17 times before she'll fall asleep at night. So music is huge in our household. They only want to listen to my music. So by this point, I'm sick of my record because it's all we play in the car. But it's really cool to have your little girls be a fan of your music and like what their dad does. So
Thomas, I like to say that you're kind of the young Brad Paisley of the country music scene. So I'm thrilled to talk to you, and congratulations on the new record.
I appreciate that.